One of the biggest mistakes that I feel women make when it comes to having sex is faking it or lying, like really sugarcoating and making it seem too good to be true, or anything where we're not honoring our truth in our moment of self-expression. Before I started having sex, what I knew was that I did not want to be the type of person who would let a bad lover leave thinking that they were just hitting it well and doing a great job. Because even though it may not seem like it, I feel like getting a woman to be pleasured, to orgasm, to feel pleasure is a point of pride for men or women. I feel like whoever feels like they're getting you off or really like taking you to a place that you've never been before, people celebrate that. Guys are like, oh, I can get her off, like, oh, I can make you this or that, or oh, I just want to please you. And it's nice and cool. And when it comes to sex, I don't trust people. I don't even trust all my lovers, where it's like, you might tell me really good things about, oh, it feels like heaven to be inside you. Your pussy is A1. It's magical. It's kryptonite, which someone said specifically to me was like, what is in that pussy? It's so good. And I'm like, thank you. And are you serious? Like, it can't be that good. Hopefully it can, because that's just a point of pride for me. But when it comes to our encounters, it's so easy to kind of embellish the truth, especially if we're believing that men have fragile egos, or we're supposed to perform and get off and orgasm and do all of these things. I don't believe that we are. I don't think sex is always that deep. And not to say that it can't be earth-shaking, body-trembling, coming everywhere magic. I just feel like that is unrealistic for most of the sexual encounters that we have. And I'm Latia. I've had a bit of sex, and I feel like when it comes to enjoying the moment, it's about really being authentic to what's coming up for you. So for myself, I tend to be on the quiet side unless I cannot help myself. And what that means is that when my partner is hitting a spot or doing something, and then all of a sudden my body is just making noises, and I'm just like, I cannot keep quiet. I cannot hold myself back. And I've had at least one partner who was like, no, you're not allowed to do that. Stop, ma'am. And it's just like, but it's my body. I can't stop it. It's just shaking and moaning and making these noises. And I am not doing this on purpose. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what magic you're using, but this is not me. I don't even know what's happening. And those are the moments where like I'm making noise, or I'm wiggling, or I'm just like lost in the sauce, and I'm just like, whew, can I hang on any longer? And if you are with me or have been with me and you've had me be silent, it's not that it doesn't feel good. It's just like, it's not taking me to that place. And I don't think it's a bad thing, because like, I don't expect every partner to just like melt my mind, for lack of a better term. It just takes me to a place where it's like, I'm just fully present. I'm just experiencing it. Riding the waves, you know? You just ride it. I feel like the idea that women are supposed to be loud and moaning and doing all of this stuff, that's the type of performance anxiety that comes from watching porn or unrealistic displays of sexuality, because not everyone is going to be loud. Not everyone is that expressive or communicative to start with, and not everyone's body responds in that way. So there might be more subtle signs. So maybe there's like a little writhing, or you can feel pulsations, or, you know, there's, I believe it's like your eyes get a little bit darker, your cheeks might get flushed, your breathing might get a little quicker, your heart might be racing. There are subtle signs that someone is feeling pleasure and enjoying the moment. And especially with women, it's not always going to be that orgasm or squirt or very boom, that's the end. Sometimes it's more subtle and it's just like riding like literally waves. It's like so much pleasure, coming down, pleasure again. It's like there's a flow to it. And so the challenge with women trying to perform as though you're a porn star or any kind of standard that's not authentic to what you're feeling is that now you're sending these weird messages to guys, and they might be thinking, oh yeah, I did that, like, oh yeah, son, like you can't get like me. And it was like, ooh, sorry babe, that was like trash. I did not enjoy that at all. And it's tough to have a conversation where it was like, hey, did that feel weird to you? Oh yeah, that felt a little weird to me. It like not bad, but I don't know, something just didn't jive. And it can be tough to have those conversations because we live in a day and age where it's as though people's egos are gonna get hurt, or we have to be mean and nasty about things that aren't working. And I feel like, what if we could just be honest about it and understand it's a bad moment, something wasn't right. It doesn't mean you're not right for me and I'm not right for you, because we can grow together. We can work through this challenge and come out better on the other side. And I've shared about how there was this one time I had sex with someone and it was really awkward. It was just very, very awkward. Just like, long story short. And we had a relationship at the time where we could be honest about it. It was like, a little bit weird. Yeah, a little bit weird. And I was like, all right, cool. But I feel like we could do it again and it would get better than that. And I was like, yeah, I think so. So then we were able to do it again and it was better. And then we did it another time. And then this person was the first person that I had a vaginal orgasm from. And I had no idea that I could do that, because like, for me, like, I would play with myself and I could get myself to orgasm, but I hadn't had a male partner do that for me. And so I didn't even have the expectation that a male would do it, because like, you know, all the research says like lots of times men don't get women off. Not all women orgasm from penetration. It takes using hand and extra stimulation to do that. And in the middle of sex, I'm not usually like just touching myself. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I do different things. Sometimes I'm holding him. Sometimes I'm holding me. Sometimes, I don't know. It's just, what? Hands? Touch myself? What are you talking about? So it's like, I'm just having sex, like doing the thing. And sometimes I've had partners who will touch me down there, or, you know, like will engage in that way, but I don't usually have sex for orgasm. Like, that's never really my goal. As like, one, it's like, statistically speaking, it's not always going to happen for the woman. Two, sex itself is fun. Like, I get a lot of sensation from it, touching, affection. It feels good to connect with another person, even with them being in my sacred space and the deep energetic exchange that's happening. It's just fun. And it can be fun for like the positions that we get to, the way that you're trying things, the way that it feels, the sensations that come up, there's just so much that goes into it where our whole bodies can be involved in the process. So when it comes to like, we can't lie about our sexual experiences, I don't think we need to be mean. Like, I would not like see a guy with a small member and like be like, oh wow, you think you're gonna put that in me? Like, oh, will I even feel it? Nah. One time I did partner with someone and it did look like, okay, all right, that's different. And then we did it and I was like, oh, nope, made me a believer. It was great. I was like, whoa, can't judge a book by its cover. And I believe that like the more honest we are about our experiences, and it's, instead of it being like, oh, you suck, being like, something could be better. Don't know what it is, but let's keep trying. Let's work at it. Let's get better. Let's work through this as a partnership and a team versus, you suck, it's you. Because maybe I'm doing something. Because I know that there are times where it's like the angle of entry or something just doesn't feel off and I don't adjust. I'm just like frozen. And like, not necessarily like frozen frigid or like frozen trauma, but just frozen like, I don't know. I just like zone out sometimes. So it's like, I don't know what to do just yet. I can't put my finger on the action that's going to make a difference. And it's authentic. So the more we can bring our true selves and our whole truths to our sexual experiences, the better that I'll feel they will be. The less that we expect to orgasm from sex, and we can just find ways to get pleasure from it and make it fun. Maybe our partners get us to orgasm before. I don't know. It's a playground. It's as though every encounter is its own story and journey, and the more present we can be and the more we can communicate, the more fun we can have. So I wish that you would have lots of fun sex, communicating with your partners, creating something new. Comment if you have questions or ideas or experiences where you've had a partnership go from something weird to something amazing, where you felt like you were honest with yourself, or ways in which you'd like to stop lying to your partners. And please share this with anyone you feel would enjoy this, and subscribe if you'd like to hear more. I like sharing stories and talking, and it's lots of fun. And have a wonderful day.